There are 4 essential steps to achieving your financial goals. That is the subject of this video. Welcome back to another episode of the Financial Fast Lane. My name is Lane Martinson. And so we're talking about 4 essential steps that are necessary in achieving your financial goals. Now, whether we're talking about saving for retirement, using a budget, improving your employment situation, improving your physical and mental health, or even improving your relationships. These 4 steps that we're going to talk about today all apply really to all of those things. Certainly financial, but all aspects of your life as well. I'm going to tell you a story about Roger Bannister. Now, you may remember Roger Bannister. He was the first man to ever run a mile in under 4 minutes. So Roger Bannister was an Englishman that competed in the 1952 Olympic Games. He was favored to win the gold medal in the men's 1500 meter. All the sports media predicted Bannister that he was the guy to beat, and even Bannister himself felt confident that he was going to win a medal, and probably the gold medal. But he ended up coming in 4th. He was not even on the podium. And so this was super disappointing for him and even humiliating. He felt like he had let his country down. And so his Olympic loss kind of inspired him to set a new goal, a very lofty goal. And that was to run a mile in under 4 minutes. And it's because it had never been done. And for many years, many athletes had tried and had failed. And so he set his sights on this. Many people just believed it was beyond the limits of the human body and that no one would ever be able to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But Bannister set it as a goal. And so it's an interesting story. And so I studied and looked at this and I thought, I want to glean some concepts out of this story. How did he do what he did? The first step was determination. So Bannister had a desire that became a strong desire that turned into determination to achieve the goal. And so you're not going to achieve any meaningful goals if you aren't truly determined to do so. So I think you will agree with that. The second step was specificity, meaning Banner was very specific about what his goal was. He knew exactly and clearly what his goal was. It's a very important lesson that we can learn as well. The third step was segmentation. It's really easy to feel overwhelmed, and it's kind of like trying to eat an elephant all at once when we think about our lofty goals or retirement. A multi-year, long-term goal can feel overwhelming. And so you got to break it down into doable segments. And that's what Bannister did. You cannot eat an elephant all at once, right? So for Bannister, this was not a short-term goal. He trained and he worked towards this goal over an extended period of time. He was actually a medical student at Oxford University. He had a very limited amount of time. He had scheduled himself only 45 minutes per day to train for this. So not only did he do that, but he also segmented the mile. He broke the mile down into 4 quarters. And so rather than practicing running as fast as he could for a mile, right, he broke it down into quarters. So he got the timing down. He knew exactly how much he needed to do within that 1 quarter mile. And he actually worked with pace setters to help him keep the right pace. And he did this consistently over an extended period of time. And so then the 4th step was to measure his performance. Bannister's times and his progress were very carefully measured. It reminds me of Pearson's law, which is when performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. And so almost 2 years later, on May 6th, 1954, at a mile run competition at Oxford University, Roger Bannister made the attempt. The conditions were far from ideal. It had been raining and it was windy. The starting gun fired, and at 6 p.m., Bannister was surprisingly not in the lead for the full first half mile. But he knew his pace, he knew his times, and he knew what he was doing. He took the lead with about 350 yards to go before he broke the tape. in 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds. And as soon as the first part of the score was announced, the crowd heard, 3 minutes, and they just went crazy. It was a really big deal. And so, 2 years after Bannister's Olympic loss, he had achieved his goal that he had set, and he had also set a world's record. Your financial situation, it's very similar. It's when we have something that we need to accomplish, something we need to do, we really want to take these 4 steps into mind. We've got to be very intentional and focused, break it down into doable segments, and with determination and with measuring our progress, we can make great progress, and you can really achieve amazing things. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, I hope you'll like it and share it. I invite you to go to financialfastlane.com. There we have some free resources, some free downloads, free budgeting tool, a spending audit, and other information. And so I wish you the very best in your goals setting, and I know that you can achieve great things when you set your mind to it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Financial Fast Lane.